Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be going over pseudo classes. So pseudo classes, you can think of those in the same sense of the traditional CSS definition. This will be your hover effects, your press focus states, and your base states. I'm currently in the app builder, and on this platform, we do recognize pseudo classes, and we do identify them as modes in our styles. So by default, when you're styling an element, you're going to be dealing with the base mode. When you switch to the hover mode, then you can basically add styling for a hover state, right? And so on and so forth. When it's being pressed, you can add styling for that. When it's in focus, you can add styling for that as well. Now, for different elements would recognize different states. For example, a div is not going to have a focus state. Let's say a button, right? Will have said state, right? And this is just going based off the HTML properties of elements, all right? So let's go ahead and just do a simple example of using a pseudo class, or let's say a style mode, as we call it here in the Inhouz app builder. All right, so I have a form. What we're going to do here is we're going to add a hover effect. So currently my form is white, and I would like to change the color when I hover over my form. So it's very simple. I'm just going to select my form, click on hover, and go to the color. Well, right now I have a dynamic function. I am just going to change that. All right. Let's see. I'm going to exit from the dynamic mode, and I'm just going to say I want this to be green whenever I hover over it. All right. So now that's it. So if I go back to if I hover over my form, as you can see, that hover effect is basically triggering. And when you see and then the CSS builder, to know if an element has a style mode, you're going to see that yellow border around the mode, right? This will just tell you that this element indeed has a style mode. All right, let's do something for the input, right? Let's do for text area 3. Let's add a color, or let's add a background color, or maybe a border color of like red whenever we focus on it. So I'm just going to say, well, let's say when we hover over it, for example, I will go to the border. We change all of these to 3 pixels. All right, change the color to, let's say, red. Got one more. Perfect. All right, so now when I hover over my text area, I should see that effect. But we are currently using this within the builder in the design mode. If I switch to preview mode, you can see that very clearly. All right, there you have it. So basically, when I hover over this input element, the border is red. When I hover over the form, as you can see, it has that green background. All right, so that's it for pseudo classes. Use it in very, very cool ways. Add some applications. I'll see you in the next video.